Japan loved these Moomin episodes, but Finland refused to air them.
What's with the episodes that involved a kidnapping and emotional manipulation that was so intense it got pulled from TV? Hi friends, my name's Amber.
And I'm Cree.
And we're so obsessed with all things kawaii that we literally moved across the world to Japan to study Japanese just so we can learn everything there is to know about all of our favorite characters.
And we share everything we learn with you guys here.
Let's get into today's deep dive.
Deep dive.
So when you talk about the Moomins, it's not just one character, it's actually a family of creatures that star in a series of books and anime.
At its core, Moomin is a fantasy series that blends fairy tale with emotional depth.
Created back in the 1940s by Finnish artist Tove Jansson, it began as a series of books and comics. It began as a series of books and comics.
And then it expanded into TV shows, movies, games, and even theme parks,
which we'll visit a little later. But here's what makes Moomins really special. Moomin stories aren't just cute, they're full of reflection.
They explore themes of friendship, loneliness, growing up, and even how to live a meaningful life.
All through creatures who look like adorable marshmallows.
So deep. It's part cottagecore, part soft surrealism, and all heart.
Okay, let's clear one thing up right away. Moomin is not a hippopotamus.
What?
I know. He looks a little bit like a hippopotamus.
Guys, if this is not a hippopotamus, what is it?
It is a Moomin troll, which is a fictional creature inspired by Scandinavian folklore.
Oh, you know, lovable is also inspired by Scandinavian culture.
It's expired?
Inspired by lovable. This isn't what I imagined a troll to look like, TBH.
I hear you. I hear you, but that's what it is. We have to live with it. It's cute. It's like a big marshmallow troll. Oh, they're not the scary kind of trolls though.
Yeah, and their soft design is part of what makes them iconic, especially in Japan, where cute and soft mascots thrive. Think Hello Kitty, Chikawa.
Fun fact, in the Moomin world, Moomins aren't actually visible by humans. You might see some human-looking creatures in the world, but they're not actually human. The Moomin's iconic home is the Moomin house, a tall, round blue building where Moomin Mama always has snacks ready.
Oh, I want to go there. It's located in Moominvalley, a peaceful place surrounded by lush forests, rolling hills, and winding rivers.
But don't be fooled, Moominvalley isn't always chill. The stories sometimes feature floods, comets, creepy winter ghosts, and disappearing islands.
Nature is beautiful here, but also mysterious and powerful. Think Studio Ghibli vibes.
Let's get to know the Moomin characters.
Starting with the Moomin family. The main character is Moomin Troll, a little boy who always tries to be good but ends up getting in trouble somehow.
Then there's Moomin Papa, the father, and Moomin Mama, the mother.
Wow, deceivingly simple. Next are his friends, the other little creatures that live in Moominvalley. There's little Maya, the mischievous girl, who sometimes does mean things on purpose.
Fun fact, she's the most popular character in Japan in Moomin. Of the Moomin franchise. Yeah.
Wonder why.
There's also Snufkin, Moomin's philosopher friend.
And then there's Snork Maiden, who thinks she's Moomin's girlfriend.
There are a lot of characters in the Moomin world, so we're just gonna list off the rest. There's Nibble, Snork, Chutiki,
Philly Junks, Sniff, Toffle, the Muddler, Stinky,
the Ancestor, the Ice Princess, Mr. Bricks,
Hemulins, Thingamy and Bob, the Muskrat,
Emma the Stage Rat, Miss Isabel, the Lighthouse Keeper,
Minnie the Invisible Child, the Island Ghost, Gross, the Island Ghost, the Groke,
the Hobgoblin, Flower Horse, the Hadafatners,
Woodies, and Toff.
Oh my gosh, that was so many. I'm exhausted. We need a break after that.
Yeah.
Those are some creative names of these characters.
I wonder how they came up with these names, because they're kind of crazy. They couldn't just have, like, Bob.
They had one that was Bob. Thingamy and Bob.
But it's not just Bob. It's Thingamy and Bob.
Okay, so Cree, does Moomin have a girlfriend?
Well, the main character is seen with Snork Maiden, but she just thinks she's his girlfriend.
Oh.
Throughout the books, it does seem like Moomin Troll has feelings for Snork Maiden.
But there's also Snufkin. And Moomin's feelings for Snufkin are intense. He waits for him every winter, he sings to him, he writes poetry.
That's incredibly queer-coded.
It's definitely a crush, right?
So fans want to know, is Moomin officially queer?
Moomin storylines have often been celebrated for their themes of acceptance, individuality, and love in all forms.
While the stories don't officially label Moomin Troll as pan or bi, many fans and scholars can feel the queer undertones. Fun fact, Tutupi is actually based off the creator's long-term girlfriend.
Ooh. So yeah, the queer undertones are not really undertones. They're there. Let's talk about how Moomin started. So Tove Jansson, a Finnish artist and writer, came up with the Moomins when she was just a kid.
One day, she drew a funny, odd creature on the wall, and after chatting with her brother, he became Moomin Troll.
During the Winter War, Tove drew and wrote stories to escape the anxiety of the war.
In 1945, she published her first book, The Moomins and the Great Flood.
It didn't gain that much attention at first, but the third book, Finn Family Moomin Troll, became an international bestseller.
Over the years, Tove wrote 9 Moomin books, plus 5 picture books.
She even made Moomin comic strips. She even made Moomin comic strips for the world's biggest newspaper, the London Evening News.
Wow.
Yeah, that must have been a big deal back then.
Now we don't even use newspaper. What's a newspaper, Grandpa? So, Amber, is Moomin Japanese or Finnish?
So, while Moomin took off in Japan and is super popular here, it is originally from Finland. So, Moominvalley isn't a real place on the map, but it is based off of a place in Finland where Tove spent a lot of her summers in her childhood. Moomin first landed in Japan in the late 1960s when the books were translated. And by the 90s, a Moomin anime series was airing on Japanese TV.
And guess what? The love hasn't faded. Japan has cafes, shops, and even Moominvalley Park, an amusement park based off of Moominvalley.
Yeah, let us know if you want to see a whole video on the Moominvalley theme park in Japan. Comment down below and we'll make one just for you.
Let's talk about Moomin on the big screen, because yes, there is a Moomin anime, and it's a big reason why Moomin is so popular here in Japan.
The very first Moomin anime aired in 1969 by a Japanese studio, but it looked very different to how we see Moomins today.
The characters didn't look quite the same, and the story included things like violence and alcohol.
It's not very kid-friendly, and it's also not very aligned with Tove's original story. Actually, this version wasn't approved by Tove at all, so the anime stayed in Japan and was not aired in Finland.
But Japan gave it another shot in 1990, and they made a brand new series called Tanoshi Moomin Ika.
This one was a huge hit, and it was made with the help of Finnish, Dutch, and Japanese creators all working together. So yeah, it stayed much closer to the heart of the original books. There were, however, a few episodes from the 1990 series that were released in Japan but banned in Finland. They weren't released in Finland until 30 years later in 2023.
Wow. The episodes have been shelved for decades due to their darker themes, including kidnapping, a devil in a tree, and just things that didn't align with Tove's original vision.
Again, not very kid-friendly. So Moomin is not just for books and TV shows. They've also entered the world of gaming and collabs as well.
They starred in games like the Game Boy Color game, Moomin's Tale, and the PC game, The Moomins and the Hobgoblin's Hat. These characters were pixelated far before it was popular.
Next, let's talk about Moomin collabs, because there are a lot. Moomin has teamed up with famous brands like Uniqlo, Shululu, and People Tree.
I would love to see Moomin collaborate with lovable.
Wouldn't we all?
Is there anything you would like to see Moomin collaborate with, Amber?
You.
Hungry? Japan has you covered. They have everything from Moomin snacks, sweets to drinks. From Family Mart pastries to Moomin mayonnaise. Yes, that's really a thing.
And sometimes there's even pop-up cafes for Moomin where you can enjoy adorable Moomin foods.
All
Alright guys, so we heard there's a Moomin pop-up truck cafe, so of course we had to come here. We ran, we didn't walk. Look how cute these drinks are that we got. I got a butterfly pea tea lemonade.
And I got just lemonade.
What pop-up cafe would you guys like to see come to your hometown?
Let us know in the comments down below and you'll be automatically entered to win one of these cute Blippo backpacks.
Yes, you could be twinning with us. So comment down below, let us know what is your favorite character, what cafe do you want to see come to your town?
Comment!
Cheers! Tastes like lemonade soda.
That is so sour. Oh,
How cute is that?
it's so sour.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, did you know that there's another kawaii character that was actually created abroad but gained so much popularity in Japan that people think she's actually made here?
What?
Yes, and if you want to know what that's all about, make sure to check out the next video.
Bye! Do they look like cousins?
No.
I think, look, they got the ears.
All right, let's get into it.
They got the ears.
We've only done one scene.